Okay, quick Tuesday morning radar update. So we've got 4 on the floor today in the UK. I'll just buzz through these markets because I'll just repeat if you want to know my point on this. We got a little bit frothy with the sort of AI run in the tech stocks, and you probably noticed that a lot of the ones with no earnings are kind of selling down, and even the better ones are just visiting mean trends. So if you want to get a feel for how we were looking at this, just go to ShareScope and 26th of June on Jason's page. Moving on. So let's just buzz through these markets. Transport's leader, just normal action, went in a straight line, back and fill. Industrials broke out of a base, normal pullback in progress. S&P, measured move out of that base, normal pullback in progress. Nasdaq 100, went on a melt, didn't it? And I'll just go to the where is it, the Nasdaq comp, and we're coming down into mean trend areas sort of on the comp there as well. And back to the Russell, still in the base. We looked at this base cheat, didn't we, here, and it's broken out, and well, you can see I've already drawn a line in mean trend area. Be normal action. Let's go to DAX. Trading pretty choppy now, isn't it? FTSE 100 always trades choppy. Absolutely nothing in my trading results has ever been through technical analysis of the FTSE 100 or where it's trading. It's absolutely irrelevant to most of us. But the 250, these, you're going to find some pretty good stocks in this area. What can make some nice trending moves. But the small caps is mainly where you're going to find those stocks make the bigger outlying trending moves, aren't you? And we can even look at the AIM all share, which is one I don't use either. And this is down on the floor. It's trying to hold prior levels here, doesn't really mean much to us. Moving on into today's volume leaders. Something to note yesterday and today, though the markets haven't really been doing much, there's been a lot on the volume leaders, and it's nice when you see stocks starting to move. Yesterday was a really good day in the portfolio. Lots of it was nearly all green, but they weren't just sat there static with wide spreads. They were actually being traded a little bit more. There was a little bit of volume coming in, as if people had turned up to the desks again and started doing things. So let's just buzz through these. We're seeing volume come into these stocks. There's 35 on the volume leaders today, with all markets drifting lower, and that's just something doesn't mean it will stick, doesn't mean it's magic, but it's nice to see when stocks are trading their own game and not just drifting around up and down on where the market's going. It's a market of stocks, and at some point stocks have to lead. Let's just buzz through these. So TRT, back up to that sort of level. Will it base out? Will it just break higher? Buzz through these and see. I haven't got the GTRS loaded actually today. RNWH, it's a little bit of a boring stock, this one. It has made some okay moves in the past. IPF, obviously, talked about that one as well. Pretty steady growth numbers. Time Finance, obviously, just pulling back in, bit of a hard retest of what's technically a stage base, but it's quite a little one for stock what trades, quite volatile. YouGov straight back to highs, fantastic. The sun has just come out and I can't see the screens now, even better. We don't see many gold stocks, but we've just seen one. graphene mining, potential right side of a base there. Higher centre, pretty sloth-like figures on this one as well. And net zero. So this is investment banking, isn't it? Well, it's it basically says on the tin what it does. It invests in net zero companies. Games Workshop. A little side note. Games Workshop is shut on a Monday. Is that all stores or is it just some stores? Because I walked past one the other week on a Monday and it was closed, which is quite strange. Card Factory, so that it's not the greatest. It's an awful trading stock. Let's just leave it at that. Steady, very well tick down in its forward numbers now. Actually, its forward earnings anyway. Tick up in the pre-tax and the turnover. Marks and Spencers. It just came off the lows like a phoenix from the flames, and then it sort of based out here, didn't it? And it gapped up again, and off it went on its melt. This is what we call the early bird here, and that would have been the first visit to sort of mean trend after busting through those 6-month highs. But I will add, there's not much of a price action reversal, but we do cover them all. Every setup goes through the screens. LUCE. I know this one gets pumped a lot. It's actually ticking up in its forward number. Well, no, it's not. Down in its turnover. Well, flat turnover. Up in its pre-tax. Earnings per share actually down. Is there a reason? Well, is there a reason for this thing to trend? Not so sure. Been asked about it a few times, but it's certainly not that interesting to me. We covered that in detail, haven't we? SUP. And GMO, we've covered that one in detail as well, so I'll just leave that there. So, yeah, there's quite a few on the volume leaders again. Go figure. It's nice to see. And we'll see what the US market needs to sort of pull into those mean trend areas, really, to really reset it. That's the first port of call, isn't it, for us into mean trend. So yeah, not a bad day, even with the markets down. Okay.